All right, with that out of the way, I've done some uh, linking of chat and all that stuff. So, yeah, I will be your host tonight, and tonight we are back with Adec, or the Acelith Design Endurance Championship, or Drivers Room Acelith Design Endurance Championship, that I call it. Yeah, tonight we are back at Brands Hatch for round three, but instead of group threes this time around, we are driving the group fours. So it's the double header, and tonight we have some background information. The series returns to Brands Hatch for Group 4 following the exciting Group 3 race 2 weeks ago. It'll be the first time we see the wide array of Group 4 cars, although Polyphony's update earlier this week brought in some drastic BOP changes. All of the all-wheel drive cars have been nerfed to the ground, with the WRX and Alpha being the worst affected. Thank you, PD. Um, and that was also a sarcasm from yours truly. The Alpha has had a whopping 70 kilos added and lost 4 horsepower, which is pretty damn extreme if you ask me. Um, Team Motion Blur is targeting another podium tonight, but the report of the BOP change has lost them maybe 1 to 1.5 seconds per lap, which is also pretty drastic. KG Racing's WRX, H Boss's Lambo, and Flapjack's GTR were also nerfed. Um, we expect the leaders to complete about 40 laps and no fuel pit stop to cost around 10 seconds. The only time the series have visited this track with Group 4s as the class was back in 2020, Season 2, when Gadget was on pole in the Alpha 4C, which more or less resulted in a little BOP nerf on certain cars back then as well. So it seems like someone's spying on Gadget, and yeah, that's the cars he's chosen. So let's nerf these cars to the ground. The fastest lap back then was by Manginio in the trophy with a 1 minute 28.726. So, the racing soft tires should last about 9 to 11 laps, meaning mostly a 3 stop every 10 laps. It could be prove it could prove to be a popular choice, but due to the difficulties in overtaking, some may sacrifice some lap pace for track position and try a 2 stop on medium. In the championship, reigning champ Jignat leads the standings, and his confidence should be boosted due to the update bringing a small power bump for his NSX. Last round's winner Flapjack is currently second in the table, and despite the 9 horsepower nerf, his GTR should still be strong around here. So that should cover the preliminaries. Um, so yeah, tonight we are going to have uh, a commentator with us, which is also the king of banter, Mr. Lionessy, and we are going to find Mr. Lionessy and open the chat and do like that. So let's see if the lobby has opened. And whoop, that was wrong. Okay. Gadgets room. Here we go. So yeah, Lioness will be joining us tonight, and he's just got some stuff to deal with right now, so we'll hear him momentarily. All right, I will take us out the track there and put you over to Gadget while I go get myself a drink. We are still alone. So let's take a look at what cars the drivers have chosen. I don't really remember the spotter's guide at the moment, so we'll have to scroll down. We do see Vlave or Ivan and Gadget in the Alphas. Also one of my favorite race cars of all time, when it was introduced in Gran Turismo way back when. So it's good to have the Alpha back. The GTR for Flappy, and for Rockboy we have the Ferrari 458. Jules and the Sylvia, I do love that thing. Muller in the Genesis. I don't know how the Group 4 version is compared to the Group 3 version, but it might be a little bit underpowered, but it remains to be seen. Ricey in the Mighty Jag. Jaggernaut in the NSX, and we are now going to say hello to Mr. Lionessy. How you doing, man?
Hello.
Hi.
I didn't think you were streaming yet.
Yeah, I've done some preliminary intros and all that stuff, so...
Oh, well, I will properly make my introduction in a minute.
Yep.
I'm going to mute myself. I will be back.
Yes, sir. And yeah, checking out in the NSX, we have Senna in the Viper. And Mickey, he is in the McLaren. Haldir, and yeah, welcome back to Haldir. He's also in the Sylvia. Good to see Jason back on track. Grim is in the mighty Bugatti. Oh, that is going to be a beast. Luco is in the Viper, and H-Boss is in the Lambo. So yeah, I did choose the Skyline for one season, but That was the very first season of Drek back in the day, and I swapped that car right out after season 1. That's how good that was with the tire wear, and let's hope Flapjack is a lot better of a tire saver than I was. I know the Group 4 GTR can be good, but it's never a car I've been able to drive efficiently with tire wear in Gran Turismo. Gadget in second position right now. So not too bad from the Alpha, considering 70 kilos added to the car and 4 horsepower reduced. Doesn't seem like much, but it could have all of the effect that it's needed to make this car to drive a living hell. Rockboy in the Ferrari. At least the Group 4 Ferrari is drivable. The Group 3 Ferrari is, let's just say, my car is still burning from GT Sports DRFS season. Still pouring fuel on that fire. The Group 3 is hideous in my hands. Ivan in fourth with the Alpha as well. Let's go on board with Ivan for a little lap, or half of one. Paddock Hill will be difficult. I think that was Paddock Hill anyway. Yeah, Paddock Hill up to Druids, then down to Cooper Straight, Graham Hill Dillon, and Sir Keys. Then we go over to Pilgrim's Drop, Hawthorne Hill, and Hawthorns. Don't expect me to say the corner names in the race itself. That will not happen all that much. Over to Sheen Curve. No, wait, Westfield. That was Westfield Bingo. No. Now Sheen Curve and then Sterling's. Oh, very wide there, Blade. And he got reset. Don't like that reset system in GT, even though you turn it off, it still is on. So, yeah. Senna, oh, very wide as well. Using all of the track and even more. Going way off the island. This is going to be a good one. 2 weeks ago, the Group 3 race really was interesting. We had a lot of death, and we had Flapjack in the lead, just being unstoppable. Not sure the same can be said for this race, considering the faults of the Skyline. But who knows? Magician Flapjack or Flappy Spice could be able to pull off some magic rabbits out of his magic hat. As we see H-Boss on track in the gray Lambo. Had a very good race last week, or the last time around, but him and I don't remember who it was right now. Could be KG Racing. Had a little kerfuffle. Boss went off track, and I think as a punishment, KG did drive himself into the pits a couple of more times than he actually needed, I think, and gave the spot back to H-Boss, but the damage was already done. He was up for a good podium, or even a 4th place, and that kind of went down the drain with the little out in Hawthorns. But yeah, we're about to start quali, and let's hope Grim can use that Bugatti well, because the big bug will be heavy, and it will not be very smooth around Brands Hatch, that's for sure. I do love to drive the Group 4 Bugatti, but unfortunately that thing is just way too heavy for a track such as this, where you need speed and agility. And well, this car does have speed, but it doesn't have all that much agility. Considering the big block V16 is still in that car, just massively detuned to fit this class, and we can already see the left side racing front tire on Grim's car is quite beaten up already. We did get a new track this week. Grand Valley Speedway is back in the game. Well, technically it's Grand Valley Speedway, but it's got a new name, Grand Valley Highway 1. There is a comparison video on YouTube. GT Planet has made that, and it does show the differences, but more or less the track is the same. It's just the scenery of the track that has changed from green to a desert. Now we are ready for our qualifier, as we see Gadget is the first to exit the pits and to start his flying lap. A little bit of an overcast in today's race. I don't think we should suspect any rain in this one. Or I don't think we should count in on any rain in today's race. That's probably the right thing to say. So yeah, the rain will definitely not be an issue tonight, I think, but that could be an issue for the later races, I've heard. There could be a slight chance of rain in the future races of Season 1. But so we see Gadget now out on his flyer, followed by Rockboy, Luco, Flappy, Ivan, H-Boss, Muller, and we have our reigning champion, Mr. Jaganot, in the NSX. I do love the NSX. I've driven that a few times in the past few months, and that seems to fit my style well. So good luck to Jaganot as well, the reigning champion from last year. Muller has gone into the pits. I don't think we've seen... No, Senna's still in the pits. I think we should have Jules... Yeah, Jules should be here as well. I think Jules might be qualifying as well. So yeah, we're gonna follow Gadget now through his flying lap. And see how the organizer for Adec does it through his flying lap. No flappy paddle gearbox on this car. as Gadget runs into a 130.0. And a 129 from Luco, so fastest lap for now. Flappy with a very bad lap, a 130.4. 129.6 from Jaggernaut puts him into second place. As we see Jaggernaut going off in Paddock Hill Bend, coming up to Druids, and he's got some damage on his rear end. That was Hillwoods Hill that he misjudged a little bit. I think I'm gonna, let's see. I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna do, come on. If the web browser thing would work. Let's see here. Come on, come on, come on. There we go. I've got myself a little cheat sheet here. He's going, Jaggernaut is now going through the Westfield, I think it is. Westfield, Dingle Hill, Sheen Curve, Sterling's. And down to Clearways, Clark Curve, and Brabham Straight. So yeah, Luco still is the fastest guy on track. Jaggernaut goes in to change his tires. We have a 129.8 from Rockboy. Gadget still has not been able to improve his previous best lap, but he is on the best sector lap at the moment. A 136.8 from Grim, a 31.1 from Jason. H-Boss with a 30.2, 30.6 from Ricey. Ivan with a 30.2. Mickey with a 30.5. My previous Adec car, the McLaren. Man, I love that thing. 30.6 from Ricey. And oh, Jason with a drift turn. This is not a drifting championship Haldir, Mr. Lawnmower Man. As he kind of was in the way for Jaggernaut. Let's hope he didn't screw up any flying laps. Miller for a 131.7. The Genesis might take some getting used to. A 33.4 from Jules. Still has some cooking to do there. 36.8 from Grim, as Grim is still ahead of Jaggernaut. And I think Jaggernaut is now on the flyer lap. Senna has yet to set the flyer. And yeah, Jaggernaut is on an out lap, and he's just waiting for the traffic to clear to set his fastest lap. He's going to go now through Clearways, Clark Curve, Brabham Straight, and then down to Paddock Hill Bend, which is the turn 1. So we're going to jump on board with Jaggernaut now for his qualifier, his flying lap, as I try to word myself correctly here. Through Paddock Hill Bend, now Halewoods Hill, then Druids, and down to Graham Hill Bend, which is this turn. Then we have the Cooper Straight. A lot of weird names for the sections. Surtees, if that's the right way of saying it. Nessie will probably correct me when he returns. Pilgrim's Drop. Then we are down to Hawthorne Hill. Then into Hawthorne's Westfield coming up. I think I probably lost the track there. Luco with a 129.2. So we're gonna keep following. It's not a best sector time for Juggernaut yet, so he still has some work to do. He still needs to warm up those tires, get a good lap going. The flow is gonna matter here. 129.4 from Juggernaut puts him behind Luco in the mighty American Viper. Flapjack with a 129.5, so it is possible to put that car under the 30s. Rockboy with a 129.8 in the previous. 131.0 for Senna. Gadget. Sad news for Gadget. He got his VR headset the other day, and it worked for like 2 seconds, and then suddenly it shut off, and he couldn't get it turned back on. So he's opted up for a replacement. So let's hope the next time around he is driving in VR mode, and it would be very awesome, Gadget, when you're seeing this now, if you could put out a video or something on your YouTube from next time around, round 4. That would be super awesome to have your perspective in the Adec race. H-Boss in the Lambo with a 130.2, so still he hasn't improved all that much. I think Rockboy might have, yeah, Rockboy improved with a 129.3, so the Ferrari does have some spunk in it. Ivan with a half-second penalty. Juggernaut still trying to get a best lap time in, but as we heard from the BOP update, the four-wheel drives have been crucified heavily. Hey Buckus, watching from New York. Good luck, boys. Come on, Luco. Yeah, hi, man. All the way from New York, huh? Wow. Isn't it morning in New York? Yeah, Luco's doing good so far, your teammate. A 129.238, so preliminary fastest lap. Have a few minutes left of this quali. A 131.5 from Muller. 12th place for him. So we go on board a little bit with our good friend Muller. Could be a difficult car to get around. I think this car might be on the heavy side, same as the Bugatti. Might not have the grunt or the power needed, but goddamn, look at that beauty. A 134 for 30.4 from Senna. 31.6 for Jules. A 33.6 for Grim. Luco with a 29.2. 0.045 behind Luco. That's pretty intense. I think that Ferrari will be a challenge to stay ahead of, even in the mighty American Viper. Juggernaut with the best sector time. Will this be the pole position that Juggernaut is chasing? The NSX sure is a powerful car and a very good, stable four-wheel drive car to drive in Group 4. I never drove that thing in GT Sport, but the few times I've driven it in GT7, it is a very good, reliable beast. Oh almost going out on the grass there, and he's catching up to some traffic. Let's hope they don't hold him up. They might be on a fast lap as well, but we do have Senna and Grimm in front. Let's hope they don't ruin Juggernaut's lap. As we see Senna going into the pits. Will this be pole for Juggernaut? Just missing out. Oh, look at the time difference between Rockboy and Juggernaut here. Whoa. And 0.46 behind Luco. That is close. That is so close. It can't get any more close than that. Juggernaut has pushed and given everything he's got in the qualifier, and it just hasn't been able to stack up. And then we have a big gap in the racing terms down to Flapjack from Juggernaut. Oh, almost a half a second down to Gadget there from Flappy with the time difference. And Gadget did inform me that they've done some tweaking to the suspension and all that stuff, and the car will be looking a little drifty at certain areas, and we might have to maybe crown ourselves a new Drift King tonight. Drift King Alex hasn't raced with us for a while, but yeah, we might have to crown ourselves a new Drift King. As we see the low-slung Hurricane, Ivan, with a 30.2, still hasn't been able to improve. Purple sector. Will he be able to keep those purple sectors up? Oh, and he goes very wide. Oh, that's not going to be a purple sector this time, I think. As we are in the final lap, will Luco... no, Luco is now conceding. He has won the quali. So a 1:29.2 from Luco. I don't think anyone's going to be able to challenge that unless I am going to eat my words on that. Will Flappy be able to take it? Oh my goodness, a 1:29.215. Magic Flappy does it again. Puts the mighty Skyline GTR in pole. 0.023 in front of Luco. Whoa! Man, Flappy pushed everything to the limit and he got pole. Oh my goodness. Hey, Nessie. Flappy just set one hell of a time in the Skyline and got pole just as the qualifier ended.
Perfect timing.
Oh yeah. So yeah, well, we got Nessie here back finally. Introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Lion Nessie, and I am the king of rammers.
The king of rammers and the king of banter.
Yes. Although I may not keep that crown forever. Might as well open this stream up.
All right, we are done with qualifier. Gadget did tell me some changes him and Vlave have done to the car that will make them a little bit more slidey through some of the turns.
I just thought the changes would have been adding cow catchers to the front of the car for more purchase when they hit the car in front.
Well, all the four-wheel drive cars have gotten a massive nerf this week.
Yes, so, the GTR got massively nerfed.
Yeah.
Is there anybody in the chat? Well, you're not driving a big fat Jag this time, boss. So I think you're safe.
Yeah, you're driving an Italian girl this time. Hey, a bottle. But what remains now is to see who is actually got the best launch, considering the Alpha has no turbo. They could probably.
So it's between Juggernaut and Flappy at the moment.
Yeah, in the standings.
Not exactly shocked.
Flappy did have one hell of a race last time around. Almost about 35, 40 seconds ahead. So
I watched some of his stream. Race, oh, we're going back and we're time traveling again, like last time I was here. Race at 2005. Are we going to go to Indianapolis? The greatest race of all time. So we're going to need to kick... How many people are in this lobby right now? We're going to need to kick 10 people... Well, 8 people out because obviously me and you are here.
Yeah.
Then we can basically have the British version of Indianapolis 2005 at Brands Hatch.
All right, race is about to start. Waiting for 5 green. Oh my god, this game is so bugged. There we go. Couldn't change the replay camera. It's a good launch from Flappy, a very good launch from Gadget, moving him. Oh, whoa, what? The game is bugged. Oh my god.
Have you got the same issue I've got?
Yeah, I had to go out to the lobby and back into the. Oh wow, what is going on?
What the hell?
What is going on?
It's like a faster car has got a camera merged on the back of it.
Yeah, this is very, very, very weird. You know what? I have to just exit this lobby and go back in because this is ridiculous. Let's see if that helps. Take a look at the action.
I'm going to stay until you come back, and then I'll do the same.
Yeah.
But so far it looks like no positions have changed at the front. Flappy and Bubo, top 2. We've got Gadget being chased by Luco, and I don't know who else is in the lobby after that. I'm going to exit now, and I'll be back.
I can't change camera angle at all.
Well, this is really good.
Yeah, this is going to make for an exciting race.
Yeah. I think everyone really wants to see the front of one car for the whole race.
Yeah, this is this is not good. Good work, Polyphony. Yeah, I don't know if we can continue this, if it's gonna stay like this.
Yep, I've still got the same problem.
Yeah. Well, Rock Boy's in first now.
Yep.
And we have Gadget fighting for P2. But yeah, we can't change anything.
I can see the liveries at least. I couldn't see the liveries before.
Yeah, last week I couldn't see Dennis's livery.
Well, to be honest, you don't see Dennis in the race anyway.
No, he's not here this week.
I know he's not here, but he's usually like miles behind.
Yeah, I have no idea what to do actually about this.
I'm not sure. I guess the only thing we could do is turn the PlayStations off and rejoin that way.
Yeah, but I have to restart my stream, and that's gonna...
That's the only issue with you. I'll do it from my side, though. If you want.
If it works for you, sure.
Right,
well,
I will just turn my PlayStation off. In fact, I can see more action from the menu screen. someone's had an incident further back because somebody is miles behind me last. I'm going to check who that is if I can, which I can't.
Grim is at the back, but yeah, I can't change camera angles.
Yeah,
oh my
right.
God.
I'm going to switch off and I will be back in probably about 2 minutes.
This is horrible stuff. Yeah, I cannot change any camera angles, so I am truly sorry for that. I wish I could do what I was set here to do and commentate on the race. But when Polyphony has issues like this, I really feel like cursing, but I can't. Well, technically I could. What to do, what to do, what to do, what to do. Nope, there is no chance of changing camera angles. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh, there we go, F-bomb. Couldn't avoid it. I don't know what to do here. I might have to restart the stream once Nessie comes back in. But yeah, not much I can do right now, unfortunately. If I can't change anything, it's not going to be much of a stream, and I will have to shut it down. We can't watch it like this. I'm just better off going back to Final Fantasy at this point. But Rockboy is in the lead, Gadget is down in 4th, Luco in 3rd, Flappy in 2nd, Ivan in 5th, Jagannath in 6th, 7th for Ricey, and 8th for Senna. That's all we can see. Yeah, Dennis.
Right. Let's see if the... No, I still have the same issue. I think it's the issue with the host connection, perhaps.
Maybe.
So, what are the standings right now? Is it still Rockboy and Flappy?
Rockboy, Flappy, Luco, Gadget, Ivan, Jagannath, Ricey, and Senna. The ones I can see.
Okay, well the first car that I'm looking at now is Ricey's car now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is virtually impossible. There's absolutely nothing we can do, I don't think.
No, there is. Yeah, we got a casualty too. Grim is gone.
He's probably rage quit, but I have no idea.
No, we can't see it.
Because we can't see a damn thing. So I think what I'm going to do is I will look from Flappy's onboard.
I can't change camera angles.
Looks like an interesting race up front as well, which is annoying because Rockboy's leading. Flappy is what?
Oh, we have Ricey
1.2 seconds back. Has Ricey quit? What's happened?
Yeah, Ricey has quit. Yeah, I have no idea, Dennis. I don't think the drivers have any issues, but yeah. When the race started, I couldn't exit to replay cameras, and Yeah.
Well, maybe check Adec. Check if anyone's put anything in the Adec chat, because it could be maybe people are leaving due to connection.
Internet crashed, just got DC'd. Grim's internet crashed, and Ricey just DC'd.
Yeah, there's something going on with this particular lobby, because we've got no connection issues. But I'll just have a look, because I can see the fuel levels, and I think Flappy has only maybe a bit more fuel than Rockboy does right now. But I think Flappy is doing better in the tyre department.
Yeah, as soon as I change angles, it goes wonky.
Changes colour.
Yeah.
So who's left then? Ricey and Grim.
Yeah, Rising and Grim has left the building, and then we have just Haldir, Muller, Jules, H-Boss, Mickey, Senna, Jiggernaut, Ivan, Gadget, Luco, Flappy, and Rockboy. I have to go out to the lobby. Yeah, I can't do anything from this.
Is anybody other than Flappy streaming their point of view?
I think possibly.
I know Jason sometimes does, but I can't see a stream from him right now.
No.
I'll just search his actual name.
Doesn't look like he's streaming right now.
Nope, it's just Flappy, so we don't have much to look at here. That's the annoying thing. But I guess what we could do is just focus on the top three, because it does look quite close.
Yeah.
So let's just do that.
For now, let's hope we get some changes when they go into the pits or something.
Yep, so I think there isn't much difference in terms of fuel between the two, but Flappy is looking after his tyres a lot better than Rockboy is.
Rockboy has
So
crucified his.
we will see. That Ferrari is pretty shocking on tyres anyway. So at some point we will see Flappy catch up, I think.
Shouldn't
Flappy's
Ferrari burn more of its rears than fronts?
Not the Group 4. Group 4 is probably about the same, because it's a lot more bolted to the ground than the Group 3 version. The Group 3 is very tail happy. Oh, with interesting development, we have a fastest lap from Mickey. How did that happen? Where did that pace come from? Gadget's not too far behind this lot either. Actually, he's sort of lurking in the distance. Rockboy is really beginning to struggle now though. You can see his left front is very cooked. Whereas on my screen at Flappy's stream right now, his tyres are in much better shape. Flappy does have this really great smoothness to his driving though, which I've noticed many times, having raced him a lot.
Yeah, I'm not able to keep up with him when I'm driving against.
He might not always be the quickest, because sometimes he's not, but when he is, even when he isn't, he knows how to maximise the best out of it, and that's why he's probably one of the well, not probably, he is one of the better drivers in the server. and that's purely down to the fact he drives with his head.
Yeah.
But there's a bit of battling going on now.
Oh, he's
Rockboy
looking to
will
overtake.
Not the best place to overtake.
But
He
he's
thinks
got
better of it.
Luco right
But
behind
is
too.
he going to go for it? It's still side by side. Rockboy just about holds on. I think Luco's taken second now, but Flappy's still got the inside. But no, he's slotted behind Luco. So that battling has actually cost Flappy big time. And now Rockboy's gone into the pits.
Oh, I have camera angles. I have camera angles.
You have camera angles.
We yeah, have replay angles now.
Yes.
I can actually do some commentating.
Finally.
Oh my goodness, this is a shit show and a half. Finally some action. We have Luco now being passed by Gadget.
We've missed something because Luco was in first.
Luco,
So
I think, was pressured from Flappy.
He was pressured, but we need to. I'm gonna go back on Flappy's stream and see what happens. So you're not gonna see it, but I can tell you what happened.
Yeah. We are Gadget now in second place.
I'm looking at it right now.
Everyone all bunched up for
It looked,
the top 5.
I can't tell what happened, but it seemed that Luco ran a bit wide, trying to stay alongside Flappy when Flappy overtook him at Druids. He did nail the apex perfectly, so I'm not sure what happened. We may have to look at the replay afterwards. Having said that, look at the state of Luco's left front tyre.
Oh my goodness, yeah, the left tire seems to go fast on all cars here, as Luco, Gadget and Ivan goes into the pits. As we know, Flappy's, very skilled at staying out for long.
Another thing to notice about Flappy is look how gently he brakes. Look how he gently eases the brakes compared to most other people.
Yeah, I still hammer them even though I try to do it smoothly.
I can be smooth, but because these pedals are quite light, I sometimes can't help but be heavy-footed. So Flappy did tell me that he bought some springs for his pedals, so he's sort of forced into braking as smoothly as he does. But I may go a similar route, because I know on pad I could brake smoothly.
Well, Juggernaut, in comparison to Flapjack, has taken off more of his rear left tire than his front.
But look what tires he's on.
Yeah,
he's on softs on the rear.
Oh. Ah, he's gone for
the tire wear might be the tire wear might be a bit more even when he pits again. But having said that,
Flappy staying out.
Having said that, I would have personally thought that he would want to have softs on the front rather than the rear.
Yeah, it could have been.
But then you probably want the extra initial rear grip at the same time, so that could have been his thinking.
Rockboy with the fastest lap of 1:30.1.
So the pit loss. I've noticed the pit loss isn't very big because Rockboy wasn't in the pits for very long.
Now we have a big battle for fourth there. 4 cars chasing Luco.
Yep. Has Luco pitted? Yes, he has.
Yeah.
So Luco's not long come out the pits. Mickey has to pit, so he's not going to make any.
Oh, and Luco goes off. Mickey goes off.
No, it's Mickey. Well, he was looking like he was having quite a good race, but he's thrown it away for now. But still time to get back in. But he needs to actually make his pit stop.
then it says pit loss is about 16 seconds just changing tires. So yeah, that's not a big pit time loss. Boss still needs to pit.
His tyres aren't too bad, but he
No.
is on mediums. But he probably should pit, if not this lap, the next lap or the lap after. Any later than lap 14, then you're basically going to be fed to the dogs. But it looks like he is staying out.
Well, he didn't have a chance to go in now because of jigging out on the inside.
Just going to say this now, even though it's not true, because he's not driving the Jaguar, but Boss's car is fat. Okay, we've got that out of the way.
Senna, he has been in as well. Jules.
Flappy must pit this lap, surely. His left front is pretty cooked now.
Jules, I don't know if he's been in yet, but looks like the Sylvia is handling the tires quite well. Muller in the Genesis. Yeah, I think that is the wrong choice.
I've not even driven that Genesis yet.
I've only driven the GR3 actually.
The GR3 is okay. The GR4, not driven. Yeah, but I've heard it's really bad in the straight line.
Oh yeah, Flappy, as you said, is down on the rim shortly.
Gadget, for some reason, has his hazards on. Is he letting Juggernaut through?
I don't know.
Doesn't look like it. Unless he's signalling that he's... I don't know what's going on. Has he just forgotten to turn them off?
It could be. GR3 Genesis was okay. It isn't anymore, says Dennis.
I've not driven it for a while. In fact, well, oh yeah, Flappy's out the pits now.
Yep.
He is 5.5 seconds behind the leader, which is Rockboy.
He's just ahead of Gadget. So he's in Team Motion Blur Sandwich at the moment. Rockboy's doing good.
He is. He's definitely gotten a lot faster over time, as Rockboy. I remember being his teammate in the 2-hour endurance at Spa. The first one we ever did. It was me, Rockboy, Gadget and Grim in one team.
Ah.
Because it was 2 lobbies. And our team won overall, actually. Because we picked the Z4, which on paper isn't the best car, but for the strategy that Gadget came up with, it was the best solution.
Not bad, not bad. Yeah, I've had my fights with the Rockboy, and I've won some and I've lost some against him. Very good driver, very clean.
Yeah, he's good. Quite a nice guy as well. I think he was actually the first person in driver's room that I shared a party chat with. Not that that really means anything, but but it was a bit weird because I was in Rockboy's lobby and Gadget was with Grim in another lobby. But in my lobby with Rockboy, I actually couldn't see Rockboy on the circuit.
Oh.
Because there was that weird glitch.
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, and also you just reminded me, now that you said that, there was when Adec used to be called Drek, in the final round of my Tier 2 winning season. It was at Kyoto in the Group 1s, and remember, we used to only race VGTs in the Group 1s back then.
Oh, yeah.
Jules said that he was losing his mind because he saw some side-by-side between me and Lorcus, if you remember that guy, going through the fast S's, but I couldn't see Lorcus on my screen. so I had no idea that was happening.
Ah.
I thought I was on my own.
Yeah, that bug was funky. I remember one with Spooky Lukey and Rock Boy at one of the Tokyo circuits, one of the small ones. And I did take a picture of it. Don't have that anymore, I think. But Rock Boy used Spooky Lukey as a rare jump or something. And yeah, he was 3 meters in the air. Because they couldn't see each other.
Good old funny.
Oh yeah, good old. Back to the race. Yeah, Gadget still has his hazards on.
Maybe he's just indicating that he's a hazard on track. I mean, he is very difficult to overtake.
Yeah,
so
he's
maybe
not the easiest.
That's one of the most well, aggressive while being clean drivers I've raced against. In a good way. I've never had a bad thing to say about Gadget's driving. Oh, Vlav has decided to go into his natural habitat, and
oh my goodness!
I don't know if Flappy hit him there, but it looked like Vlav did that by himself.
He could have gotten a little too far out to the grass, and it's easy to just lose control.
Flappy doesn't have any damage.
There was no contact damage between them, so nothing that caused damage, and Vlave got damage from smacking into the wall. Senna up into 7th.
God. Apologies for the coughing. I've got lots of trapped phlegm in my throat right now. I had a cough that I don't think I've fully recovered from.
Oh.
Right, I'm watching Vlav's little off. Flappy is trying to... He does touch him. That's an interesting one. That could be debatable.
Muller is always unlucky. Last race he had a lot of damage throughout the race, and he has damage in the front splitter and back splitter and right rear wheel. So let's hope it doesn't hinder him too much. But Jules is closing in. Jason into the pits.
Now that Jason's going to be a back marker, he can do what he did to me on my qualifying lap on Tuesday.
What did he do?
He didn't get off the racing line, even though I kept saying, Jason! Jason!
Oh.
Jason!
Jason has parked on Druids, letting people pass.
Oh.
That is
very courteous.
Yeah.
I don't think he needs to do that, though.
I know this track is difficult to let people through, but there are spots where you can do it. So
just do it on the straight. In qualifying, if I'm letting somebody through, I make sure that I am on the straight when I do it.
That is always the best place to do it. So.
Flappy hasn't made too much progress on Bubo's, like the deficit between him and Bubo.
Maybe he's just trying to conserve his stint.
I mean, Rock Boy's tyres are already quite bad. How many laps has Rock Boy been out for since he pitted?
I think he pitted lap 10. Yeah.
So he's probably aiming to pit on lap 20 then, isn't he?
Probably.
Unless he alternates his strategy, which might not be a bad shout right now.
Flappy
it looks like...
Flappy's in second. Has someone gone into
I think it was Luco in front of him.
Where's Luco? Oh, Luco
Well, he's
has
sixth now.
damage in the front, so he must have gone
He's
off.
had some sort of crash. So I will look from Flappy's point of view to see exactly what has happened. Yeah, Luco was in second.
Yeah, that's what I thought. As we see, yeah, Gadget has lost his position to Juggernaut as well, moving Juggernaut up to third, Gadget down to fourth. Ivan
This will obviously happened on lap 18, whatever it was, because I still haven't seen the incident yet.
Oh. Must have happened out of picture, maybe.
Maybe
Yeah.
Luco tried to go into the pits.
Maybe he got
We'll
reset.
find out.
He's down in
That's
sixth
a
place.
possibility.
From second to sixth place is pretty steep.
Oh, no, I've just seen it. He's crashed just exiting the final corner onto the pit straight, and he's gone face first into the concrete wall on the right hand side.
Oh. Ivan has gone in. Yeah, I think Rockboy will probably go in on this lap. This is probably his in lap.
He has to. He has to pit now, I'd say. He can't stay out any longer. I'm not sure who has the advantage here, though. I mean, my gut feeling is to say Flappy, but I don't think it's that clear cut.
It doesn't
I guess
look like
it
Flappy's
depends
gaining
now.
too much.
He has gained a second.
Has he? Yeah, okay, yeah, now he's
He was 5 seconds behind, and now he's... In fact, he was actually under 4 seconds for a brief moment, I think. But yeah, it's more or less 4 seconds. So he definitely gained time. And his tyres are in so much better shape.
And
Juggernaut's actually got past Gadget. I've missed that. But
Juggernaut
he's pitting now.
And Gadget goes in.
But Flappy's tyres are good to last for quite a bit longer yet, so he could well and truly... Depends on... Well, I was about to say it depends where Rockboy comes out, but he's got clear track now. So it's... We'll see what the pace is from Rockboy.
Flappy does need to put in a few laps, but I don't remember what Flappy started on. I think it was medium. Was it soft?
Did Rockboy refuel?
Unsure. I don't.
Because he has just over half the tank left, and we're past the halfway point in the race.
Well,
Flappy, on the other hand, hasn't refueled yet, and he is perfectly on the halfway point on the fuel gauge.
Senna's on his second stint, and he has just under half a tank now, so I don't think the fuel drain is all that much for this one.
Yes, but having raced against Senna in the past, I know that he doesn't really save fuel that much.
No.
So he's probably not a good indicator. Gadget is got less fuel than Senna. We know Gadget hasn't refueled yet. So how much of a nerf did that Alpha get?
70 kilos weight added to it and 4 horsepower off, I think it was.
Right, because it definitely is not the powerhouse that it was before. Some cars can sort of deal with like a bit of nerf, but it seems like the Alpha looks almost like a different car. I know that the Alpha is very difficult on the brakes. you see gadgets sliding around a bit.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, with the Alpha, I feel personally I have to drive it like I'd be driving a Group 3 MR car because the braking is so sketchy.
Well, the few times I've tried to drive it, I really haven't been able to gel with it, or I haven't been able to make the car work for me. So.
Is that because you're too busy thinking of playing Wreckfest?
No. I don't think the Alpha just suits my driving style at all. Driving, for example, the NSX that Jagnot is in, that seems to suit me a lot more, and I've done better than that one.
Do you remember you driving that car a couple times?
So the NSX is definitely a choice I'd go for. At least the Group 4.
I'd say Flappy might not necessarily care if he doesn't win this race as long as he finishes ahead of Juggernaut. In terms of percentages, he's probably just thinking long game. Mm-hmm. But obviously he'll want to win this race.
Oh, absolutely. A little battle between Boss and Luco. Battle for 6th.
Luco obviously pitted because he's now got the fastest lap of the race.
Oh yeah, 129.3. Trying to go.
He's going around the outside. Oh. This could be sketchy, boys. Come on. But they're keeping it clean. As clean as possible, and has he actually done it?
He's actually done it. Holy crap. Good overtake from Luco.
Balls of steel. Kudos. Oh, but he's nearly thrown it away there, I think. But I think he's got away with it.
Yeah.
Or maybe the grass effect exaggerated it. I have no idea, but it looked sketchy.
Could be.
Anyway, take a bow, Luco. That was a superb overtake. Fair dues.
Well, Flappy.
So we've got a battle between Mickey and Senna, although Senna's tyres are much fresher, like quite a distance. Mickey is also in the very fuel-thirsty McLaren.
I seem to remember that in GT Sport was very fuel efficient. Now it's fuel thirsty?
No, it wasn't fuel efficient on GT Sport. It was very, very bad on fuel.
Okay. I managed to make my fuel last pretty long with the short shifting back there.
Well, you had to short shift to go fast in the first place in that thing.
Oh, and it does not seem like Mickey is doing this.
Well, just Mickey doing Mickey things. It's really taking the Mickey. Anyway, onto the front. Flappy has. I think
oh, and Ivan has gone off after Sterling.
Wow, he's got front damage.
Yeah, so he's
Mickey and Senna just avoided him there, and that was my phone smashing onto my pedal board.
Oh, that's good.
It didn't actually smash, I just dropped it.
Senna just
anyway,
not able to
what
get
I was about to say
past.
is I think Flappy has lost 2 seconds to Rock Boy in the last couple of laps.
Hey, Revs. Or Topo.
I think Flappy has to pick this lap.
just gonna
Or
see
the next
if
lap.
Senna
He is
can
nearly
get
at the
past.
win.
Senna is about to get past Mickey. Mickey
Just
has made
catching the
life
end of
hard
it.
for him, but he is through.
Well, not fully yet.
Oh,
Now he is.
Yeah, now he is. Mickey doesn't want to let it go, but he doesn't have the tires to keep up that fight.
If I was him in that situation, I'd have just let it happen ages ago, because
No reason to hold anyone up like that, really.
not really in a long race when really even at this stage you're still thinking that you still want to be thinking a few laps ahead. One of the reasons why I often let people through if they are obviously faster, but that backfired on Tuesday when Gary didn't know what I was doing. And then thus 3 of us, myself, Gary and Jules, all lost like the train of cars ahead because Gary didn't know what I was doing. Anyway,
Yeah.
enough about Gary.
I am surprised I managed the top 3 at least in on Tuesday.
That was probably one of my worst ever races.
Everyone is faster than you, Snail Nessie, from Dennis.
I mean, Dennis, you're so slow that every time the race starts, you immediately are ghosted. Anyway, speaking of being slower, Flappy's lost 2 more seconds and he is now going into the pits.
Yeah. That is true, Topo. At least Flappy isn't a full lap ahead this time around, which he was last round. He's got some competition.
Flappy has not refueled.
Has he not?
He doesn't need to. He's been perfectly on target fuel-wise the whole race, I think.
Not bad.
Rock Boy's gonna have to be careful about Juggernaut, actually.
Yeah.
Because Juggernaut's catching him very quick. Although Rock Boy's tyres are in better shape than Juggernaut's.
Not by much, but...
Or is it pronounced Juggernaut or Jagernaut or what? What's the correct pronunciation?
I don't know. I should ask him once. I've only I say Jagnaut or Jagnaut. However I say it, just yeah, as long as the message comes through. The Ferrari, you mean, Topa? I don't know if the Ferrari actually got a nerf with this patch. All the 4-wheel drive cars got a nerf, the Group 4.
Apart from the Atenza, apparently.
Jag like Jaguar, says Bottle Job. Jagnaut.
So I was sort of pronouncing it right. Well, actually, no, it wasn't, but I was close enough. Juggernaut.
Yeah.
So every time we see him, we're just gonna have to say, "Here comes Juggernaut."
Yep.
Guess that works.
Flappy isn't closing in too much on the guys in front, but he's probably just getting up speed, up to speed. Gadget in 4th still, and he still has his
He's not catching them, but he's not losing them anyway. Yep, Gadget very much still thinks he's a hazard on track. I do like the look of Jason's car.
Yeah, it's good looking.
It's a really nice livery. It's basically the Union Jack.
Yeah.
But it's quite tastefully done.
But
but it does look weird seeing it on a Japanese car.
It's weird seeing the flag instead of the colorful flaming cars he usually paints.
Yes, it is a bit unusual for Jason.
But I think Juggernaut is closing in on Rockboy quite a bit now.
Yep, he is just on the 7/10. Well, I say that, he's actually lost 2/10 since I said that. Yeah, I spoke too soon. I think Juggernaut's tyres are a bit more cooked than Rockboy's.
Four-wheel drive system wears them down a little bit more than he would like to.
Flappy hasn't gained too much time, but he is starting to close in a bit.
Yeah. They are struggling with tires, while Flappy's tires are very fresh.
The only thing is, when did Flappy come out of the pits?
Lap 26, so that's 3 laps ago, I think. Yeah.
Is Flappy going to try and get to the end on this stint? That's the question.
15 laps.
This could make for a very interesting end to the race.
15 laps on soft would be difficult with the background info I got. The racing soft tires should last between 9 and 11 laps. So either Flapjack will have to do one hell of a stint now and just go for a quick stop at the end.
Well, he's already been out for more than 11 laps on soft tires before.
Luco passed Gadget, and Luco's on worse tires, and he still passed Gadget. Nicely caught there, Topa.
Gadget had an incident.
Probably. Something we didn't catch. And we see Juggernaut's tires now. His left front, not doing good.
Rockboy is not much better on the left front though, but he is got better wear.
He could possibly go for another lap right now, while Juggernaut would maybe have to go in.
I think they're both going to pit this lap, to be honest. Let's see. Yep, they are both pitting at the same time.
They are both going in, so Flappy will have to set.
I think Juggernaut has to refuel though. Might not be right on that, but he might need to put slightly more fuel in. Flappy doesn't have much of a... Interesting. Flappy doesn't have much of a gap to Rockboy.
Oh, now I can go down. Yeah, the gap isn't as big as I thought it would be.
I thought it'd be about... I thought it would be at least maybe 6-7 seconds.
Yeah, like we heard earlier, 16 seconds loss in the pits is not that much. So I don't know if Flappy can stay out for the remainder. I really don't know.
The other thing I'll say is Flappy's tyres are in okay shape right now, and he's been out for what, 5-6 laps?
Yeah.
He's like barely 15% worn on the left front, I think, if even that.
We have a yellow flag up front. That could be from one of the back markers, but Senna saw a yellow flag. But yeah, I think it was a back marker. Senna now in 4th with Luco and Gadget down. Oh, they've been into the pits. And Gadget has been a naughty boy, cutting the pit line corner or the entry or exit. So that's gonna strike him down quite hard with a 3-second penalty. It's not often we see Gadget with a penalty, but it does happen. Yeah, Topa, I've driven the new Grand Valley. I do love that track. I do miss the original layout from the older games, but I kind of like the new layout. I do. We'll have to do a lot of practice on it to get the feel of it, but the flow is good. So.
Bottle says the Atenza did get nerfed. Oh, right. I heard maybe it got nerfed, but I heard that it's the least effective least affected of any of the four-wheel drives. I'm just basing it on what I've heard. I've not tried it myself. I don't know how long ago Bottle posted that message, but I just read it because I've been looking at Flappy's stream.
Jules has some damage, so he's been into the barrier somewhere.
You saw a burger van, I think.
Yeah,
that's probably. Tried to drive through the barrier.
That's probably.
He's got his wipers on for some reason.
Probably pressed the button. Probably wanted to press the indicator and press the wipers instead.
Probably to wipe all the burger grease that came out of the van.
Probably. Senna into the pits with 17% left in the tank. Will Senna fuel up? Senna's fueled up a little bit.
Right, here's an interesting dynamic. So Rockboy and Juggernaut are both catching Flappy. Not massively, but they are catching him. But they are right with each other. So do they work together? If I would personally think that would be the smart thing to do, because whether Rockboy was to let Juggernaut pass and then bump draft him along, or vice versa, Juggernaut stays behind. But if they start to battle really aggressively, that could play into Flappy's advantage.
But then again, bump drafting is not really a thing that's recommended to do in Tier 1 because of the heavy damage model. So I don't think they will do that, but if they're gentle enough, I guess it could work.
That's a good point. I did forget to take the heavy damage into account. I also have no idea how sensitive it is on this game compared to Sport.
Topa also said something now. Surely Jack in the dirty air is destroying his tires. Yeah, that. Well,
yeah.
Right now the tires are looking good, but
the dirty air is probably going to be a massive factor, especially around a track like this, or Laguna Seca.
Yeah.
Because there's barely any room to breathe, because you're constantly turning.
Is that really a rule now, Bottle? Is it the bump drafting could actually be illegal in Adec right now?
Well, it would make sense if it was illegal.
Oh,
seeing as in real life, GT cars don't actually bump draft.
No.
Because if you did, that would be instant damage, I think.
Well, I have had moments in Tier 2 where I've bump drafted and been bump drafted by others, so it's just to help us get up a little further, as we see Luca go very wide out of Sterling's. I got a little cheat sheet up with the corner names.
Well, I do have a pet peeve with the bump drafting thing. It goes back to a certain race that I had in Tier 3 at Monza, no chicane, when I'm not going to name the person who was involved, although I think I have mentioned his name many times in our chats. But this person was a lap down. He had just come out of the pits because he had pitted after recovering from a crash. He overtook me, which was fair enough, because he had fresher tyres, even though he was a lap down. But he's allowed to unlap himself. I had no problem with that. But I will stop my rant for a moment because Rock Boy, uh-oh, that's a bit sketchy.
I didn't see what happened.
Oh. Rock Boy made a mistake, Jaggernaut got through, and then Rock Boy sort of edged Jaggernaut off the road, but I think Rock Boy realised his mistake and let Jaggernaut past.
Alright, we have Senna trying to get past H-Boss. H-Boss putting up a good fight to defend, but Senna goes through on the inside of Sheen. No, wait, West.
It's Sheen Curve, isn't it?
Yeah, it probably. Yeah, I'm a little lost right now.
You're always lost, and it's not exactly a shock.
He makes the move and yeah, successfully. Gadget down in 7th.
Well,
he had a half-second penalty earlier.
The little exchange between Rock Boy and Jaggernaut has actually allowed Flappy to get away by about 1.3 seconds.
Well, Jaggernaut being in front of Rock Boy now has opened up Jaggernaut. So
yes.
maybe he can put up the pace a little harder than he did.
Yeah, maybe he might not destroy his tyres as much being caught up in the slipstream.
We have 6 minutes remaining, and Flapjack's tires are starting to die off.
He is gonna have to be very careful now. He can't pit now, surely.
Well, if he pits now, he will lose to Juggernaut and Rockboy.
I'm going to look on Flappy's stream real quick and see how much fuel he has remaining. And right now he's got 4.5 laps remaining. Is that going to be enough?
I don't know. I really don't. Hey, Blue. We've had an interesting race so far. The first 10 laps, I was considering shutting off the stream. So watch back that later. Yeah, Flappy, yeah, I don't know if he's going to be able to make it. I mean, the other 3 tires he's got on are doing quite good, but his left front is dying off. Juggernaut and Rockboy definitely don't need to do anything pit related.
Yeah, Flappy's lost a second already. I think he's gonna have to really get his elbows out in a few seconds, I think.
Gonna go down quickly to the field and just see where everyone is. It's a big gap between the guys now. Gadget is closing in on H-Boss. Mickey is not able to close in anymore. We have Ivan, Muller. Muller's been alone for pretty much the entire race. Jules has some more damage. And Jason is just trying to endure the rest of the race on racing hard and being overtaken by Flapjack momentarily. We're lapped. As we see, Jason just goes out and droots again and parks the car. Waits for the guys to lap him.
It was less than 2 seconds between the top 2. It has gone up a little bit.
We have 3 minutes remaining now. Yeah.
It's really the slow corners, I think, where Flappy's going to. Well, actually, he's probably losing a bit of time through this corner as well because it's very heavy on the left front. I think it's inevitable that Juggernaut is, well, probably going to pass him even. Having said that, Juggernaut's not that much better on fuel, and Flappy's
Oh,
gone
Flappy
off.
very wide there through the grass. Not making things very easy for himself right now as Juggernaut comes up very close to his rear end.
I think Flappy may have got his strategy slightly wrong in hindsight.
Possibly.
Probably could have pitted on, I don't know, maybe 2 laps after Rock Boy, but when he pitted much later, didn't he?
That's true, Blue. Flappy needs to defend like a lion right now, but I don't know how well that's gonna work out for him.
Oh, he could do what I did against him at Alsace in the RTT a few weeks ago. Of course, I ended up losing out because it was like way too early in the race anyway.
Oh yeah, Flappy's going very defensive.
He's got no choice.
Trying to make the track as narrow as possible.
Do not run him off the track though if he gets alongside. Right, this is inevitable. I think he's lost out.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still staying in front.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and we have Rock Boy. Oi, 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 oi. Oh no, I think Rock Boy actually pushed him out. I think actually Rock Boy pushed him out.
Or was it Juggernaut?
No, Rock Boy was behind.
Well, Juggernaut's just slow to let him through.
Yeah, but Rock Boy pushed Flappy's bumper on that one.
I'd like to think both of them were involved in assisting Flappy off the road.
Oh,
to be honest.
Flappy can't have much fuel left in this one.
It was all clean until Rock Boy showed up though. So I would say that Rock Boy is more to blame than Juggernaut.
I have confirmation from the chat that they saw Rock Boy bumping Flapjack's bumper rear end.
Yeah, like I say, I think Rock Boy is more responsible, so I don't know why it's Juggernaut who's letting him through.
Because Juggernaut's probably feeling like it was his fault, and he's doing the most respectful thing, even though it wasn't, and slowing down. Oh, too wide through. Almost.
Oh, no.
That was definitely Flappy's fault on that one. Defending too hard.
I think Flappy's probably too angry to care. But there's going to be a massive stewards inquiry after this.
Oh,
I would be shocked if there isn't.
Absolutely.
It was actually looking like a great battle, but it's been ruined, to be honest.
Yeah.
With too much impatient driving.
But
more so from Rock Boy, I'd say though.
But luckily,
I mean, I can understand Flappy's frustration with the overly aggressive defending on Juggernaut, but
Luco runs out of fuel right over the line. But yeah, luckily no damage between the top three at least. But that was close.
Well, that was a juicy ending. Rock Boy's won it on the road, but I'm not sure he's going to keep that win. In fact, I'd be shocked if he keeps that win.
Yeah, I think that's going to be very...
In my opinion, that has to be a slam dunk penalty.
Alright, since I left the lobby earlier, I can't save the replay, so that will be up to
damn it, I can't save it either.
Well, if Gadget uploads it, which I think he will, I will take a look at it as well.
So I don't know if so I can't tell. It looked from my end that both Juggernaut and Rock Boy had something to do with it, but more so Rock Boy. In fact, I would say that Juggernaut was just there would have probably been a factor into why Juggernaut thought that he had something to do with it. So he decided to let Flappy through. But for me, Rock Boy is the one that should be waiting.
Yeah.
Because you can't just bump and run. That's not a legal move in the slightest. If someone did that to me in any race, I'd be raging. And I
Absolutely.
don't
Yeah.
blame Flappy if he's raging.
No, I'm gonna
That being
watch.
said, that defense on Juggernaut looked a bit suspect.
Hmm.
But I don't know.
Yeah,
But
we'll see.
it was looking like a really great race, which, to be honest, was ruined by some impatient driving.
Yeah, it could have been a great battle for first there between three people, but yeah, it. Then again, it's not up to us; it's up to the stewards that do it. But
Well, personally, it would be a slam dunk penalty if I was the steward. But I don't make the decisions here, so what do I know?
but I couldn't catch it properly on the
I
footage,
mean,
so
if it was up to me, I'd give Dennis a 30-year penalty for every race that he starts.
be born and go straight directly to jail.
Yes. Just give Dennis like a 30-year prison sentence every time he starts the race.
Oh my goodness.
3, 2, 1, you go to jail.
Welcome to the world, into
gets,
jail with you.
just immediately gets dragged off the starting grid.
Yeah. Oof. Well, I wish the start of this race was a little bit better, but at least it after the pits started.
Yeah, we got some good action though.
Yeah.
That move from Luca on, who was it that he overtook again? Was it Boss? I think he overtook Boss around the outside. That was
Yeah,
cool.
that
That
was
was awesome.
awesome. Yeah.
You want to see more of them kind of moves, not whatever the hell happened at the end. But yeah, I mean, I do rant a bit about dirty driving and bad driving, but impatient driving is what I really don't like, really.
Yeah.
And you could sort of understand it because it's towards the end of the race. People are a bit more desperate. I mean, but you still have to think about what you're doing.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
if you cock up, just let them through. Simple as. And if you're obviously much faster, then go again. I mean, what was it? There was a race at Alsace where I dive bombed MS. I thought I hit him. Actually, looking back, I didn't actually hit him that much. But it was, for me, it was significant enough to say, right, I'm letting him through. Because I asked him if I hit him, because we're in the chat together. He said, yes, but it's okay. And I'm like, no, I'm not having that. And just immediately let him pass, because I wanted to pass him fairly, rather than, I didn't exactly hit him out of the way, but, you know, I was like, I'm not having this.
Hey Gary. Yeah. Well, I remember one of the best races I've ever had in Adec, for example, is I had about 35 minutes of battling Ben, and I was in the Tomahawk. He was in the Toyota TS50. On the straights, I crushed him. On the turns, he, left me, and we
What
went
track
back
was this on?
Spa, and we went back and
Ah,
forth through that entire race for 35 minutes, and it ended up him winning, but we were just laughing our asses off all the time, and having the best time of our lives. And
that's like in the RTT.
mm,
When was it? The race that Low Power uploaded not too long ago. The replay of in 2021 we had that one make race in the BMW,
oh yeah,
and if Gary's still in the chat, he'll probably remember as well. Because it was between, who was it? It was me, Gary, JC, Mung, and MS. 5 of us all battling close together for the win. It was insane. It was the most intense, but yet one of the cleanest races I've ever had. And it was just like, that's how racing should be. Close, little bit of trading paint here and there, but with 100% respect for the person you're racing against. There's nothing wrong with being ambitious, but as long as you actually, give way to the person that you're with and respect their space on track, while at the same time wanting to get the best result for yourself. In the end, I just kept it on the... I think I won that race just because I kept it on the road.
Well,
But
Gary asks what race, so if you can, link it to him.
It was the racing the RTT one make in the BMW M3. Was it the M303? I think, I can't remember. Low Power posted a replay of it on the Drivers Room YouTube channel recently, so you can find it on there. But I can link it to you in the Discord if you want. But it is on YouTube.
Okay, he saw the replay.
I'm sure I remember
Gary
commenting on it. Yes, he did. Well, Gary was winning quite well. He wasn't like massively ahead, but it was comfortable enough to win. But then, yeah, Gary binned it, and then everyone else kept binning it at some point, and it made for one of the most intense final 5 minutes of any race I've ever had. But it was so... all of us in chat were laughing our asses off. I remember Mong saying, "I feel like I've been done in by the police here." Actually, another race that I really liked, which was in Adec, was the battle in Tokyo between myself and Blue. In the Group 4, although that was only for P4. We were pretty much with each other for about 50 minutes of the race. Part of me wanted to say, can we just work together to catch the top 3? But the other part of me was like, you know what, I don't care. I just want to have a proper race. And it turned into like one of the most fun races I've had.
That's awesome. Well,
I've also... speaking of good races, and anyone that's still in the chat right now, Gary already knows this because I told him literally 2 days ago, but Can't Remember Visor should be coming back in the next month.
Oh, yeah.
Which will be cool.
Yeah.
Because I've had many a good race with that guy.
Yeah, I miss that dude, so... Well, with that said, Nessie, I'm going to end the stream. So yeah, thanks for joining, and we'll.
Dennis sucks.
You heard that, Dennis? So yeah, thanks everyone for watching, and come back next time for round number 4, which we're gonna. I'm just gonna. What round is that again? It's gonna be, I think, Group 1, possibly. Cinquois Group 1. So yeah, March 9th.
Cinquoissant.
So that's the next one. So yeah, with that said, thank you all for watching, and see you next time. This is me, Kimaru, signing off, and...
Lionessy.
Yeah. All right. 9-9.